Hi, mathematicians. Nice to see you today. I hope your week is going well and that these videos are helpful so far. Today we're going to jump right in and we're going to talk about something that is not really a new concept, but it is an important concept because it's something that's going to allow us to do um, more advanced math, like adding and subtracting of two-digit numbers when that comes along. Um, and the skill that I'm talking about is the ability to recognize groups of 10, because anytime in our brain we can find a 10, it makes our work that much easier for us because we're really comfortable working with tens. So we're going to jump right in with some quick look cards to warm up before I show you what this looks like for some slightly larger numbers. So let me show you my screen here and we will go ahead and get going. Okay. So making 10. So this is a strategy you can use with addition, and it's also a strategy you can use with subtraction. So this is part of why it's so important for us. All right, so these quick look cards, they look like just like the one on the front screen here. I want you to think about how many do you see total, and what is the number sentence you see being represented. Okay, here's our first one. I'm hopeful that was a pretty quick one for you guys, that this adds up to 10. And if I had to bet, I would say that for probably most of you, I'm going to just switch my color here so you can see. I'm going to use like a deep red to just show the difference in the ones I'm adding versus what's already there. I'm betting for most of you, you probably imagined, whoops. Oh, come on, this won't work now, will it? Shoot. Well, I'm betting you imagined moving these two dots right over here and filling in the space up above so that this was no longer 8, but in fact it was a full 10. So this number sentence would be 8 plus 2 equals 10. Okay, so again, here's some of that flexibility, right, of being able to picture shifting dots from one 10 frame to another. So you see that complete group of 10, and it's easier for us to work with. Here's another one. Get my mouse out of the way here. Again, I'm guessing this might have been pretty quick for a lot of you, but the number sentence you should see here is, here's 6. So this would be 6 plus, how many are in this one? 6 plus 4, and all together that gets you 10. So again, whoa, that's a 0. I bet you saw these 4 dots just shifting sideways here and filling in these empty spots here. So again, whenever we can make a 10, that's when our brains work best. All right, let's jump in. Here's another one. Can you see how perfectly these 3 dots would fill up right over here? It's like this perfect little L shape is just made to shift over and fit in. Okay. So the number sentence we see here, I'm betting you guys have probably already told somebody at home, but this one would be 7, right? There's 7 currently on that left-hand one, plus the 3 over here on the right equals 10. So again, one of our 10 facts. All right. So this is all well and good when we're doing single digits, right? When we're doing things that just add up to 10. But then when we have two 10 frames, or when we want to represent some of our teen numbers, right? So like 11, 12, 15, 18, 19, when we want to do this, there are a lot of different ways that we could show like something like 15 on a doubles 10 frame. But I want us to be thinking about what's the best way to show it, okay? So for instance, you could, if I wanted to, I could show 15 on a 10 frame like this. I could go 15 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be like, well, let me put like 6 over here, get that one partway full. So there's 6, okay. And then I'll be like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is a way I can show 15, but it's not as easy for my brain to understand how much I really have altogether because my eyes see like, okay, 6 and 9. And I'm getting better, but 6 and 9 is still not an immediate fact always. So Yes, right? I can picture that I could move, maybe like this dot over into here to fill up that 10 frame, but it's a lot clumsier. What I would want you to picture if you were using 2 10 frames to show a number like 15, if you're using this as a strategy for yourself, what I would want you to do is I would want you to picture the idea of going like this. Let me fill up one whole 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fill up the whole thing and then move on to your second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 10 and 5 is how we think of 15. It's not that 9 plus 6 isn't 15, it definitely is. But if we think of things in groups of 10, it's easier for us because we can count by 10 so quickly, okay? So you always want to be thinking about filling up one 10 frame first and then seeing what's in your second 10 frame. It's the same reason that when we use tallies, we bundle them in 5s so that you can see every time you've got a bundle of tallies, I know it's 5. Another bundle, I know it's 5. It makes it easier for us visually and then for our brains. So let's look at a couple over here. Okay, how much is this? I'm betting you can probably see pretty quickly that if you just move, and I'm hoping the board will cooperate here with me, if you just move this one over here, just shift it right on over, you have a full 10 and one more, so it's 11, okay? So my number sentence here would be 9 plus 2 equals 11. So that's actually what I'm doing, but with our brains, right, these visuals, I can sort of imagine that dot just sliding from one spot to another. Okay, here's another. So here again, right, you can sort of see, imagine moving these 2 dots, just sliding them right on over. There's your full 10. One more gets you 11. Only in this case, it's not 9, right? I have 8 plus 3 equals 11. This is another fact for us. 8 plus 3 equals 11. What about here? Okay, is it getting easier? I'm hoping that you're just sort of like, yep, let me move this one over here with my mind. That gets me 10. Now I have 4 left. This is 14. Or this is, in this instance, 9 plus 5 equals 14. Okay, so a lot of this, and feel free at home if you have a 10s frame. If not, we'll plan to send home some blank 10 frames with you when our next batch of materials goes home on Monday, like some new math learning for you. I'll make sure to send some blank 10 frames for everyone because it's really helpful just to practice like drawing it, moving them around, drawing it, moving them around so that your brain becomes more flexible. Okay, all right, last one for today. Okay. Can you see it here? I'm betting everybody in their brain kind of like took these two and just was like, and you moved them right on over. I think I'm probably right about that. So the number sentence that we really see here, let me write it out for you, is what's in this side of the 10 frame? Well, it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you see how quickly I did it? I know this is 5, always. 6, 7, 8. So this is 8 plus, how many is over here again? 5, 6, 7. And all together, it became pretty easy for me to see. If I move these 2 over, that's 10, this is 5, so it makes it 15. So this visual flexibility is really important for us as mathematicians and is something that I'm going to have you practice today. This strategy of making 10 is your absolute best plan. And I actually just want to go back and look at one thing over here. So we can think of this as 8 plus 7 to be 15, but there's actually another way that we can think of this. And let me see if I can just fit it up top here as well. Okay. The other way to think of this is that this is the same as having 8 plus 2, plus the 2 that you shifted over, then plus 5 equals 15. But that's really how I did it. I was like, here's my 8 plus 2 more plus this 5. So really I'm adding 3 numbers, but it's actually faster than just doing 8 plus 7, okay? So I want you to be thinking about where can I find a 10? Oh yeah, 8 and 2, that's my 10, right? Like when I was back on this page here, where's my 10 in this instance? Well, if I'm writing my number sentence, my 10 is 9 plus 1, right? 9 plus this 1, then plus 4 more equals 14. So recognizing those 10 facts you know, 9 and 1, right? 8 and 2. This is where all of that work you've been doing to memorize your math facts really comes in handy, okay? So today, you're actually going to be doing a page that's from your HomeLink journal, because it's just straight up practice with recognizing some of our tens, okay? So it says finding addition sums. And today, you're going to look for that making 10 strategy, and you're going to be color coding. Anything that comes out to a sum of 10 will be green. Anything that is a sum of 12 will be blue, a sum of 14 is yellow, and a sum of 15 is red, okay? And then down here, you're just going to complete 3 number sentences. When you finish that, if you've got yourself a little bit more time, I want you to go on and I want you to play Addition Top It on the Everyday Math website. I'd like you to choose the one that says 0 through 20. You guys are getting much, much better at your math facts, that I think this is a good extension for you. If you're still feeling a little unsure, you can do 0 to 10, of course. But for those who feel ready, bump up and do the 0 to 20. Same thing here. I want you to play Two-Fisted Penny. That's the other game I want you to play today. Again, choose the 0 to 20 addition option if that's something you're comfortable with. Okay? All right, mathematicians, please be sure to email if you have questions. Email your teacher. You can find links to these things either in your morning newsletter or on Seesaw. And I am wishing you a great rest of your day and good luck with your math work today. All right, I'll see you all soon. Bye.